It's finally here. It's fall or autumn, whatever, the leaves are changing, it's getting colder. The bugs are finally going away, which is great. Mosquitoes are kind of the last to go here in Georgia, but can't wait till they leave. I have been waiting for fall because I kind of need an excuse to cook, well, to bake. I love baking certain things. My favorite thing right now has been cheesecakes. I've been trying to perfect it in a way where it doesn't just taste good, but it looks good. And I think I'm almost there. I mean, I've got the flavors right on certain things, but I kind of want to make like specialty ones, but that's a work in progress. Right now, I kind of want to make some fudge. So come along with me as I make fudge for the week because usually it doesn't last very long in this household. Okay, so it's been a while since I made fudge, but I know you really only need two ingredients, which is sweetened condensed milk and then whatever chocolate you want, which I usually do dark chocolate, but I'm doing semi-sweet chocolate, which it doesn't really matter. I think it's all gonna taste good anyways. Chocolate is just really expensive right now. Don't know why, but whatever. I also really like adding pecans, but we don't have any. But I do have marshmallows. So marshmallows I think is like a great touch. It's sweet with sweet. And I guess I kind of need something else, but we'll see. We'll get there. Okay, so the recipe calls for 3 cups of chocolate chips, and unfortunately this entire bag only has 2 cups, but that's fine. I'll work with 2 cups. And then the sweetened condensed milk and then vanilla extract. So that's really the only thing. So I'm going to put this on the stove, let it heat up, melt, and then that's basically it. So let's get to cooking. Okay, I got all my stuff here. I'm gonna put it on medium heat, or low to medium is what it's saying. And disregard this, I'm actually pregnant right now, 27 weeks I believe. Probably why I'm craving all these sweets, but here we go. Alright, so once it heats up, it's gonna want the whole can plus your 3, which is my 2 cups of chocolate, and then just let it heat up until it completely melts, and then you're gonna stir in your vanilla. And it says once it gets shiny, that's when you pour it in the pan, so I'm gonna get the pan ready while this heats up. I just laid down parchment paper and then sprayed the edges. I figured that might be a little easier to remove it because sometimes it gets stuck and then you're like struggling to get it out and it breaks apart. So that's my little method right here. Hopefully that works and makes my life a little bit easier. And it's getting warm, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour these in. It says 1 full can of sweetened condensed milk, which is actually kind of hard to come by during the season because everybody wants to bake. I don't blame them. Sweetened condensed milk. I used to experiment a lot with fudge. I would make it so often that I would just start giving it away to my coworkers, friends, family, whatever I was doing at the time or working. And I think my worst, even though I love coffee, that was probably one of my worst flavors that I made. It just for some reason it didn't come out right, or maybe it was just me, I don't know. But fudge is so much fun to make. It's so easy. I do not waste any of it. And make sure to stir very often because it is already starting to melt and I don't want it to burn at the bottom. So let me lower this just a little bit more. Oh yeah, it's starting to turn. There's a good angle of what it looks like right now. I mean, as you can see, it's melting really quick and it looks really gross right now, but I love fudge. Once it's pretty much melted, to go ahead and add your vanilla. And I think it was like maybe 1 tablespoon, but I just like to eye it. I mean, you can't go too wrong with vanilla. And then just keep stirring. It's a pretty smooth consistency. So I think by now it's done. I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in the pan. There's definitely still some fudge in the pan, but I promise you it will not go to waste. We've got some pan liquors in this house. Pan liquor. So once you kind of have it all smoothed out, I don't think I want to add the marshmallows into it. I just want to add it to the top, which, I mean, either way, it's fine. I prefer it in it, but if you don't want like a lot of marshmallow in each bite, besides the top, it's obviously preference. I don't know. I'm just gonna sprinkle it all in and then just push it down. It's not like there's an art to it. Push it down. Into the fridge. I think it's ready. Are you ready for some fudge? I believe it is done. A little greasy. It might be a little greasy from the spray that I initially put. There's literally no way to mess up fudge unless you add a flavor that doesn't taste good. That was really quick too. I think in total it took me like 5 minutes to make. Oh, and in the fridge maybe, I don't know, like an hour or 2. Just what I need for this growing baby. I've already eaten like 3 pieces. Probably because I haven't eaten dinner. That's a bad sign. So I just realized that my other phone that was recording the actual like cutting of the fudge, I forgot to turn it on. So you just saw me pretty much talking the entire time and eating marshmallows that fell off. Anyways, I am gonna make a salad now because I ate way too many fudge pieces and I haven't eaten dinner and I feel really unhealthy right now, so I need to be a little healthy. But yeah, so recap on the fudge. It was a very quick, I'm not gonna say it's a snack, but it kind of is like a snack. I mean, you eat it whenever you want, but it's a quick dessert thing, and it always comes out great, I think, in my opinion. You could even add like peanut butter topping to it or something, but you can't mess up fudge, and it's one of my favorite things to make during the winter time. So but yeah, that's my fudge adventure video, if you like it. I think my next video is gonna be me baking my cheesecakes, which I actually want to make a Butterfinger cheesecake, which sounds really good. So I think I'm gonna do that next, and the video will be a little better, a little more prepared. This is kind of the splurge of the moment sort of thing. But yeah, so stay tuned and subscribe.